Hi everybody, I'm Chef Angie Consiglio with Consiglioskitchenware.com. Today I'm doing a demonstration on the new DeLonghi Eletta Explore. This machine offers an abundance of beverage options ranging from hot, cold, and even to-go beverages. If you're new to this channel, welcome. If you are a returning viewer, as always, thank you so much for your support. If you haven't already, please subscribe to this YouTube channel, like this video, and hit the bell at the top. Today, I will be going over the main features of the DeLonghi Eletta Explore, the 2 milk carafes that are included, as well as the stainless steel to-go mug. I'll show you some of the most popular beverage options, and we'll even look at the Coffee Link app. Let's go over the primary features of this machine. First off, it makes 50 plus beverages, hot or cold, at the touch of a button, which is absolutely phenomenal. The machine includes 2 milk carafes, the LatteCrema Hot System and the LatteCrema Cool System. So you'll be able to achieve perfectly textured milk or your favorite milk alternative, foam for your hot beverages, all the while the LatteCrema Cool System will create velvety textured milk or milk alternatives for all of your cold beverage options like your iced lattes. Next up, the machine offers cold brew technology. This means you can achieve a cold brew in under 3 minutes. That's fantastic. The machine will utilize measured water flow, pressure rates, and precise extraction temperatures. This will all form together and your end result will be a full-bodied, maximum aroma, maximum flavor cold brew in under 3 minutes. DeLonghi will also include a silicone ice cube tray. The ice cubes are pretty small in size, so fantastic. They will fit in a variety of different style glasses. Because the water is going to be pulled at room temperature from your water tank, it's not going through the boiler, so it's not being heated. The water will be at room temperature. That means you can use minimum amount of ice cubes. So you're not really watering down your beverage. Whereas if you were to just do a hot beverage and put a bunch of ice, that's gonna be very watered down and you're not gonna have a true cold brew experience. So the machine has definitely offered an authentic cold brew experience in under 3 minutes. The machine is travel mug compatible with 15 to-go recipes, hot or cold, brewed up to 16 ounces. The center of the tray here moves up so you can place a larger mug, and this stainless steel 16-ounce mug is included in the box. There's a 3.5 TFT color display with soft touch buttons, and you can scroll on the screen. You can select hot, you can select cold, you can select to go. We'll go over the control panel in more detail in a few moments. You can also enjoy DeLonghi's Coffee Link app, as well as the bean adapt. So this is really neat. You can, from the DeLonghi Coffee Link app, create different bean profiles for the beans that you're putting in the grinder. So if you normally have a medium roast, you can set that as your default. But sometimes if you opt for a dark roast, for example, you can have this setting and change it over once you add your dark roast beans. The machine will actually guide you through making setting changes and adapting your settings to get optimal results with this new roast that you've now put in the bean hopper. So that's really, really neat. So doing everything possible to get you to the optimal beverage yield. At the top here is a bypass chute. You're going to be using 1 scoop. The machine comes with a scoop, a measured scoop, and you're going to be using 1 serving of this into the bypass. You're going to use pre-ground. A lot of the times people use this for a decaf at nighttime. The machine offers 4 user profiles. You can rename, edit, adjust the color, and adjust the icon for these here. But if I'm within my profile, I can go ahead and make all of my personalization and customizations. And then I can save these to my profile. So no one is going to be interfering with my beverage personalization and customizations, which is absolutely phenomenal. You can also go to the little heart icon within the beverage selection. And if you toggle on the heart, you will then have access to your favorites. So if I have 3 beverages I really love and I go to often, instead of scrolling through to find them, you can select your favorites and they will be right there and easily accessible for you. Let's take a bit of a closer look at the control panel. As you can see, it's very simple, visually appealing, and easy to use. So if I were to select the to-go option, the machine's display screen is going to ask me, would you like hot or cold drinks? Let's select cold. Now all of our to-go options are available here in cold brew. You can select what you would prefer. You can also make an adjustment to the size of your to-go drink. And you can do the same to go for hot beverages. Let's select our cold brew. These are all of the cold brew options here. Let's select hot. These are all of the hot beverages here. Let's go into the settings top left. There is a variety of machine settings from rinsing to descaling, connectivity. This is where you will go to connect the machine to the DeLonghi Coffee Link app on your smartphone. You can get some assistance with adjusting the grinder, coffee temperature. I like to leave mine set to high. You can adjust the languages. You can edit your profiles. You can set auto off. I've got mine set to 3 hours, but you have a range from 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, and 3 hours, whichever is most ideal for you and your family. If you're not a fan of the soft touch button beep noise that the machine makes, you can certainly toggle that off, and you have an option to enter into energy saving. There's a little bit of details on your water filter as well as your water hardness. There's default values. If you want to reset the machine to its original factory settings, you can certainly do that. You can drain the water if you're traveling and you want to bring the machine with you, for example. You can empty the boiler through these steps here. And then you have your statistics. You can see how many beverages have been made, hot, cold, or total coffee count. What comes in the box? Of course, we have already chatted about our to-go mug. We have both of our LatteCrema systems. These are dishwasher safe, as well as the drip tray and the milk carafes dishwasher safe. There is a hot water spout removable from the front housing of the machine. This is not a manual frother. This is strictly for hot water. And look at how neat this is. They really have thought of everything. So there's a little window there that just polishes off the housing if you choose to not have anything. And it's built in, so you don't have to worry about misplacing this tiny little clip. It is right here built in to the machine. Got our hot water spout. We have an assortment of manuals. The quick start guide is so helpful. So that's a quick start guide. This is a warranty form. This is a tech support form. And we have a few more manuals in greater detail here for you to review. Comes with one water filter, a cleaning brush, hard water test strip, and this is a descaling solution. Last but not least, of course, is the measured scoop for your bypass chute, for your pre-ground. Most of the time people use it for decaf, but if you have someone in the household who is a true lover of dark roast, but everyone else in the household or in the servicing area isn't a fan, that individual can buy that in a pre-ground and simply use the bypass. So not strictly for decaf, but most of the time people use it at night for decaf. Let's take a closer look at the machine. This is the front loading water tank. There is a lid on that. If you pull the drip tray forward, you have access to the spent puck container here. And this can be completely removed. This is dishwasher safe, the bottom drip tray. If you remove this here, you will see that there is water accumulating in the drip tray. That's completely normal, and you'll be emptying that on average once per day or depending on your usage. We'll reassemble this. And in the center, of course, our coffee spout, and it is adjustable to accommodate your beverage style and the style of your cup and height. If you move this up, you'll be able to fit a larger cup, especially great for our to-go beverage selections. We are using our Super Crema medium roast non-oily beans today. I have topped up the bean hopper. There are 13 grinder adjustments here. With regards to the bean adapt, you can access on the Coffee Link app. It will ask you what type of beans you're using. Then it will make recommendations on the settings. It will then prompt you to make an espresso sol and ask you to assess the results. Based on your answers, it will give you some suggestions and tips on getting best results based on the type of beans that you're using. So the Bean Adapt acts as a built-in coffee expert, which is really great to have access to. And over here we are in the Coffee Link app. Here are all of the beverages that are available to me on the actual machine itself. You can go into something, it will tell you what it is, and it will give you some suggestions here. You can adjust and customize from the app as well, and then you can brew. You can also add something to your favorites. Let's go over to the machine within the app. It will give you an option to select or go in to access the settings as well as the manual, so that's very handy. And over here, if you go into the recipes, you have access to 100 plus hot or cold recipes provided by DeLonghi. And I must say they are very easy to follow. For example, a hazelnut coffee, you can access this. It will tell you about the beverage, and then it will give you the ingredients and the recipe. So it'll give you step-by-step instructions. You can brew from here and follow along to add the additional flavorings, syrups, or garnishes. Now it is my favorite part where I get to show you how to make a variety of beverages. We're gonna go ahead and make a espresso, maximum amount of strength, meaning the grinder now knows to grind the most amount of coffee for this beverage. We can customize the volume as well. And last but not least, we're gonna go ahead and brew. Really lovely crema happening. Looks delicious. Next, we're gonna go ahead and make a hot flat white. I have my cold milk straight from the refrigerator using the LatteCrema Hot System. We're gonna go into the flat white. We can again adjust the volume. And I always like the strength set to high, maximum intensity 5. This is the volume. We're gonna change it to large and selecting brew. And so pretty, the layering taking place. Looks absolutely delicious. Now the next step, very simple. The machine will prompt you to do a really quick latte crema milk clean. All you need is a small little waste container. Aim that right under the spout and then turn the dial to clean. How simple was that? Let's go ahead and brew an Americano. We're gonna go into our hot beverage options. We're gonna scroll until we find Americano. And here again, adjust your preferences, the size and the strength. We're gonna hit brew, and yes, this is an authentic Americano. This was our shot of espresso, lovely crema. And now the machine is going to prepare the shot and portion of hot water. Next, we're gonna prepare a cortado, which is like a small cappuccino. The machine also guided me as to where the milk texture should be, and it should be in the middle for this specific beverage. Now we're going to do our first cold brew for this demonstration. Let's access all of the cold brew beverages. We're going to go ahead and make a cappuccino. Let's select the size. We're going to do medium and we're going to hit start. How cold do you want your drink? Yes, I'm going to add ice, or the other option is extra ice. So we're selecting ice, and then next, it's going to tell you to add approximately 6 DeLonghi ice cubes. Let's go ahead and brew. It's going to tell us to put the froth adjust knob, maximum froth for this recipe. And it is very cold in temperature. That looks absolutely delicious. Next, let's make a cold brew from the app. We're scrolling through our cold beverage options. Here is our cold brew. We can go ahead and select the size. We're gonna hit brew. How intense do you want your drink to be? Let's select intense. It's going to tell you to add a certain amount of ice cubes, and then it's going to make the beverage on the machine. And as you can see, this is processing at a slower speed and higher pressure to extract the most amount of aroma and flavor, and the water is coming directly from the water tank and it's not passing through the boiler. We're gonna go ahead and prepare a cold latte macchiato. And because my glass is quite tall, I have opted to move the tray upwards so it can fit a little more freely. Lovely layering. There we go, that's our iced latte. Let's go ahead and make a to-go beverage. We're going to select the to-go option. Now the machine is going to ask if I want cold or hot brew. Let's go ahead and stick with cold as I have the cold carafe set up. We can then scroll through all of the options here to select what cold brew we want to prepare. Let's do a cappuccino mix. How cold do you want your drink? Yes, I'm going to add some ice. Perfect. It's going to tell me approximately add 8 ice cubes. I've done that. And we are going to go ahead and brew. And as you see, because it's a larger volume, it's ground 2 separate times and prepared 2 separate portions of coffee for a fuller bodied, stronger end result. The DeLonghi Eletta Explore has a coffee pot option in not only hot brew, but in cold brew as well. And it's just at the end of the beverage list. We're gonna go ahead and brew a coffee pot in the hot form. So I'm gonna go into the options. Now you can also choose 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 servings of coffee. You can also adjust the intensity and strength. Now, this is my own coffee carafe that I have. The machine does not include one, but you can use any vessel that will fit under the coffee spouts. And I often find that a serving teapot will do the trick perfectly. The coffee pot will brew numerous times to ensure that each serving of coffee is full-bodied with maximum aroma and flavor. So it's not just a large volume of water going through the one serving of ground coffee, of course not. It's going to brew and grind numerous times to accommodate 6 servings. Let's start. And here we have 6 servings of coffee, and it is very hot. So now you can bring this right on over to your guests and serve them all at once. The machine's extremely user-friendly. With regards to maintenance, very simple. The machine will communicate with you and tell you when you have to do a descale cycle, when you need a new water filter, when you have to do a milk clean. After the milk-based beverage, as we did earlier in the video, simply turn the dial over and it will purge water through. The machine will tell you when you need fresh water, when you have to empty the dredge drawer, and when you have to empty the drip tray. In today's video, we used our locally roasted Super Crema. These beans are non-oily and safe for the grinders. You always want to avoid an oily bean. These beans are matte in color and texture, and they don't leave any oil residue on a napkin or your palm. That's how you know that they're safe for the grinder. I'm here enjoying my iced latte. It's absolutely delicious. I hope you've had fun with me today. I'm Chef Angie Consiglio. This has been a full demonstration on DeLonghi's newest machine, the DeLonghi Eletta Explore, offering 50 plus specialty beverages, hot, cold, or to-go specialties. Access recipes on the Coffee Link app with step-by-step guides on how to achieve gourmet beverages. There's 4 user profiles on this machine. There's a bean adapt, as well as lots of personalization and customization options. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to us at Consiglioskitchenware.com.